Hello and welcome to Spectrum TV News at 2. I am Francis Oyima, Edit, coming to you live from Uyo, the capital city of Akwa Ibom State. Let's take a look at the headline. Adeniyi. Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Umoino warns local government chairmanship and councillorship aspirants on hasty consultations. Plus, Russia, stories and more in a moment. Many thanks for joining us. Customs Adewale Adeniyi at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Reports that Adeniyi's declaration comes a week after he was named the acting custom chief by President Bola Tinubu on Monday, June 19th. Away from that, power distribution companies, DESCO has confirmed and insisted that the tariffs payable by electricity consumers across the country. Abuja Electricity Distribution Company (AEDC) said that effective July 1st, 2023, there will be an upward rate of 444 naira to $1 may now be revised to approximately 750 naira to $1, which will have an B and C with supply hours ranging from 12 to 16 per day. The new base B with 16 to 20 hours will experience comparatively higher tariffs. Meanwhile, the NLC President Joe Jarrett said they plan to increase electricity tariff by 40%, especially the poor ones, and warned against the move by DISCO. Now to Nigeria's leader, President Bola Tinubu, said the president would spend the summer holiday in Lagos, the nation's commercial hub. Recall that Tinubu had last Friday concluded his official trip to Paris, during which he participated in the summit to hold high-profile sideline meetings with fellow heads of state and government, global business leaders, and chief executives of leading multilateral and development finance institutions from around the world. In a separate development, the federal government has increased the deployment of mini-grids to boost power supply in rural communities and help cushion the effect of the recent removal of subsidy on premium motor spur agency (REA), noting that the mini-grids would provide 24/7 electricity in the communities where they were deployed. Managed in the Chitangi community, Levant local government area, Niger State said, a facility just like others would cut down the volume of PMS purchased by beneficiaries of the community. He explained that through the Nigeria Electrification Project Performance-Based Grant Initiative, over 80 similar mini-grids had been deployed across the country, ensuring equitable. RSC has deployed road marshals with about 750 patrol vehicles, 120 ambulances, 25 tow trucks, and 200 bikes for nationwide special operations during the Eid al-Kabir celebrations. The Corps Public Education Officer BC Kazim Huden that would start from June 26 to July 1st. He added that the FRC mobilized its personnel for the Eid al-Kabir celebration. He also advised their personnel to ensure the removal of rickety vehicles. The Corps Marshal urged motorists to obey all traffic rules and regulations and cooperate fully with the FRC and other law enforcement agencies. That would Governor Pastor Umoino has warned local government chairmanship and councillorship aspirants for the next local government elections to exercise restraint in their bid to avoid destabilizing with the new administration in place to ensure its smooth takeoff Governor No, who was addressing the local government chairman during an event in Uyo, noted that he was aware of activities of some chairmanship and councillorship aspirants and stakeholders in some local government areas on such issues, and warned such power-seeking persons to put their intentions on hold until an order is given to such political venture. He also pointed out that issues bordering on established zoning arrangement in the local government areas have been brought before him for clarification, and insisted that the laid-down zoning arrangement will be followed to the later, as no form of pressure will cause him to go against the zoning arrangement. Meanwhile, Pastor Umoino has called on all to close ranks and work for the success of his administration, assuring that he is poised to leave behind sustainable legacies for the next administration to congregation during Episcopal Thanksgiving service commemorating the birthday and retirement of Bishop of Uyo Diocese of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion of the Cathedral of All Saints. Bishop Asukwo administration to the Biblical John the Baptist said as the forerunner of the next administration, it is incumbent and tenfold for his dream to materialize. He expressed appreciation to the Church, by extension the Christendom, for the support garnered before, during and after the election. Speaking further, Governor Eno told the congregation that they decided to attend the Thanksgiving service with government functionaries as a mark of honor to the retiring Bishop Asukwo Antai and wife Dame Victoria Antai, who have given their all to the Lord's vineyard and retire hale, hearty, and meritoriously. In the meantime, the State Commander, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Akwa Ibom State Commander Obot Basi CN, has called on the society to drop stigmatization and discrimination against drug users by promoting attitudes that are respectful and non-judgmental. Basi made the call in an interview with our correspondent of drug abuse victims in the state. Said the agency has burned down a number of drug farms and is also working towards ensuring that victims of drug abuse are rehabilitated.
In the last 11 males, 42 females, and the total drugs seized are 1,465.99 kg in clients. Everybody should have respect and empathy for them so that they can speak out, so that they can come out, and so that they can get help. Where they are discriminated against, they would not like to speak out, they would not like to come out, and the menace will continue in it. Them to get help. Don't forget, cannabis is planted in Nigeria, and Akwa Ibom is not an exception. We've arrested a lot of some farms, so to speak, farms here. It is the largest drug of abuse in NDLEA. There's something we do periodically called Operation Burn the Wheat. Clearance from the state government, they allocate a place, get the judge to come as well, and then we openly burn it for everybody to see, and it's been tested before burning to assure the public that we are actually burning the wheat.
The World Drug Abuse Day is marked annually on June 26 with the aim of strengthening stop stigma and discrimination, strengthen prevention. We move now to Africa, where Kenya's President William Ruto has signed into law his government's for last year said that the government needs more money in order to be able to pay off the debts racked up under the presidency of his predecessor Uhuru Kenyatta from 8 to 16%. Reports say employees will also hand over 1.5% of their gross pay for a housing levy that will go into a fund which will be paid to build homes for low-income people. As canisters to disperse opposition supporters in Freetown the day after the presidential election, which passed off peacefully and is still being counted. The police in a statement said that the All People's Congress APC members were a crowd of supporters who began causing trouble to passers-by. Meanwhile, Samora Kamara, the main opponent of inquest in the capital and Sidi Tunis, a spokesman for the All People's Congress APC, Kamara's party, disclosed that a woman died in the course of the incident. On a foreign scene, Australia's top court has rejected Russia's government in mid-June cancelled Russia's lease on national security grounds, prompting a court challenge. According to reports, Moscow had purchased the lease for the new Australia's parliament, rushed through new laws aimed at specific of the lease as another example of Russia-phobic hysteria that is now going on in the countries of the collective West. Still on the foreign scene, U.S. Secretary of State reports real cracks in President Vladimir Putin's authority. And while China says it supports Russia in protecting national stability, in Beijing's first official remarks on the short-lived armed uprising, Wagner fighters are reportedly leaving Russia's southern Voronezh region, the local governor has said, after the mercenary group stopped a dramatic rebellion against Moscow, and his mercenary soldiers will avoid prosecution, and Prigozhin will go into exile in Belarus. And still to come in the news.
Business exists only to meet the needs of the people, but there's an S for your desired return on investment and so much more. Advertise on Spectrum Television, on StarTime's DTH Channel 421 and on free-to-air with a frequency of 12733. Spectrum Television, broadening your horizon.
Many thanks for staying with us. We'll move on to the rest of the news stories. On a business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation (Apex Bank), the two groups recently held a strategic meeting on how to deepen collaboration on financial inclusion in Nigeria. During the meeting, the CBN's acting governor, Folashadun Shinobi, reiterated the commitment of the financial institution to continually partner with BMGF and other development partners to explore innovative solutions for driving access to finance. Meanwhile, the co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Culture and Financial Services, expressing satisfaction that support from his organization was catalyzing developmental action in Nigeria. Still in business, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) says the average price of 5 kilograms of cooking gas has dropped from 4,642.27 naira. The NBS disclosed this in its recent cooking gas price watch for May 2023. The report said the May 2023 price noted that on a state-by-state basis analysis, Bayelsa recorded the highest average price for 5 kg cooking gas, followed by Zamfara and Abuja, while Ondo State reportedly recorded the lowest price. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC) has called on the Association of Master Bakers and Caterers of Nigeria to embrace good hygiene practices. The Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, represented by the Director of Food Safety and Applied Nutrition, Eva Edwards, urged the confectioners not to compromise the cost of ingredients in the production of bread, but said that it should not be an excuse to undermine the safety and quality of products, thereby endangering the lives of consumers. The DG warned that if the baker's operations endangers the health of the public, the agency would not hesitate to take decisive action. And still in held, the former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, and the president issues of brain drain in the health sector. A statement which was made at a two-day national conference held in Abuja was attended by pharmacists, nurses, radiographers, dietitians, and medical laboratory scientists. Mimiko noted that the reason many Nigerians doubt. The former governor also urged President Bola Tinubu to look into the health sector in order to spot. Chelsea has completed the signing of Jamaican international player Dujan Richards. Reports say the 17-year-old forward was handed a senior international Gulf Cup. Still in sports, Manchester City have announced that their captain Ike Gundogan has left to join Barcelona. The German midfielder joined the Premier League champion 7 years ago from Borussia Dortmund. It was Pep Guardiola's first summer signing at the Etihad. On our entertainment news, Nigerian musician Damini Ogolupt, the African giant crooner, beat the likes of Ira Star, Central C, and Stormzy, among others, to clinch the category. Reports say the singers 20 and 2021, respectively. Still on entertainment, popular Nigerian singer turned clergy recalled that a controversial blog had insinuated that the singer is cheating on his wife. Acting in Lagos, the rapper turned preacher said the rumors were orchestrated by satanic elements who did not want his members to listen to his Sunday sermon. He declared that the devil is a liar, And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website. Many thanks for being there and do enjoy the rest of your day.